The Sony WF-1000XM5 have been one of our go-to recommendations for wireless earbuds since they were released in 2023. Reliable, feature-packed, and tough to beat, but now a new challenger has appeared, the Technics EAH-AZ100, and they're not just here to take part. Is this a Minecraft Steve situation where a newcomer completely shakes up the Smash Ultimate meta? Or is it just another underdog about to get 3-stocked? I'm Vanessa from Rtings.com, and today we're comparing two pairs of flagship earbuds to see which one deserves a spot in your ears. Let's talk ergonomics. Even the most feature-filled and perfect-sounding earbuds can sour your listening experience if they're not comfortable to wear. Sony goes for a smooth, minimalist look with their rounded teardrop shape. Their housing is mostly glossy, with a matte finish solely on the control surfaces. Just as well, since the gloss tends to attract fingerprints. There isn't much physical segmentation in their design apart from the protruding nozzle, so each earbud feels like one sculpted piece. The Technics take a more defined approach. Their nozzle is offset from and connects with the main cylindrical housing over a gentle but noticeable contour. Meanwhile, their touch surface is marked with a clean, concentric ring metallic finish. Coincidentally, both buds show off a little copper detailing on the outside, adding a subtle design flourish without going overboard. As for comfort, they both have a pretty deep in-ear fit, which some people may love, and others hate, but either way, it's worth knowing. The XM5s go for foam tips, which expand to form a solid seal, but that also means you might notice outward pressure on your ear canals, which can be uncomfortable for some. The AZ100, on the other hand, use silicone ear tips, but their manual recommends twisting the earbuds to secure them. This braces the main housing against your outer ear, which spreads pressure across your concha as you contact the offset nozzle. Not everyone will love that feeling either. Either way, both earbuds hold firm. Whether you're hitting the gym or a pickleball, you likely won't shake them off. They both sport touch controls, but the Technics pull ahead in versatility. You get a dedicated mute-unmute mapping right out of the box, and they're more customizable for general use and calls. But more on that later. The Sony have their own special feature where you can nod your head to accept a call, but using that in public might earn you some looks. We should also point out some observations from real-world use. The XM5's lack of clearly delineated regions can lead to accidental touch inputs when adjusting their fit or positioning. This is largely avoided on the AZ100, as their clearer separation of the touch surface in their cylindrical design provides more room for adjustment while avoiding erroneous inputs. As for build quality, both are evenly matched with IPX4 water resistance certification, so either pair can handle a splash of water on a rainy day. While the Sony's foam tips do give them an edge in passive isolation, more on that later, they'll also wear out faster over time. Sony describes ear tips as consumables, so make sure to factor in their recurring cost when making your buying decision. If you have a clear preference on fit, then go with earbuds that you like. Otherwise, the Technics slightly edge out over the Sony in ergonomics. If there's anything we've learned from this and this, it's that sound signature preferences are subjective, but there are still some objective measurements that'll affect your listening experience regardless of preferences. Both buds have a warm sound signature, which is typical of most IEMs, and as you'd expect, they lean closer to the Harman IEM target than our own. They both also extend their bass emphasis into the mids, which can obscure details in layered tracks like Lumiere from the Clair Obscure Expedition 330 OST. That said, the AZ100 have a cut in the high mids to mid treble, lending a smoother quality to their sound compared to that of the XM5. It's worth noting that you can always tweak either earbuds' sound to your liking with their EQs though. In terms of objective measurements, both are solid across the board in peaks and dips, stereo mismatch, and group delay performance. While the harmonic distortion numbers for the XM5 may raise some eyebrows, keep in mind that the worst results here are at unsafe listening levels for the affected frequencies. In practice, you likely won't perceive any noticeable coloration from harmonic distortion. That said, if you want the best of the best, the Technics are the ones to choose here. Both products also have virtual soundstage features like spatial audio, speaker modeling, and head tracking so you can really immerse yourself in content. The Sony suite also supports head modeling, but it will be harder to find compatible content since they use proprietary 360 reality audio, which is currently only supported on Amazon Music Unlimited. Meanwhile, the Technics don't support head modeling, but their features will work with more widely available Dolby Atmos content. Like we said earlier, sound is subjective, so go with a sound signature you think you'll like the most, and don't be afraid to tweak their EQs until they sound right to you. It's pretty close here for the objective metrics, so we'll call it a tie. Alright, let's talk key functionality. We're not going to cover every feature and measurement here, that would take way too much time. If you want to get a look into all the details, check out the full reviews for both products, or run your own head-to-head with our compare tool. Links in the description box below. Starting with noise isolation, the two buds go back and forth in our full-range pink noise test. The XM5 take the lead in treble attenuation, thanks to their foam tips, but the AZ100 come out swinging with more bass and mid attenuation with their superior ANC system. Things get even more interesting in our synthetic common scenarios test. In the streets, the office, and on airplanes, the Technics outperform the XM5s, making them a clear winner thanks to their better low-end noise isolation. Earbuds, especially those with non-stem designs, struggle with recording quality due to their distance from your mouth. It's hard packing all that tech into tiny little buds. But these buds are no exception. You won't sound natural, but they'll separate your voice from background noise decently well. At least, you'll be intelligible. Battery life is where the Technics establish clear dominance. We measured a whopping 12 plus hours of continuous playback with ANC enabled on the AZ100 compared to almost 9 hours on the XM5. If you include the extra charges stored in their cases, the Technics' total battery life is just over 30 hours, and the Sony will run you for roughly 26 hours. Bluetooth performance is strong on both earbuds. With either entry, you get LDAC, SBC, and LC3 over Bluetooth LE, so your needs in high-res and lower latency codecs are covered. While we haven't tested LC3 latency with either product just yet, expect it to be lower than the numbers for LDAC and SBC due to LC3's newer standards and requirements. If you don't have a newer device or a dedicated dongle that supports LC3, both earbuds have high enough latency on SBC and LDAC that audio-visual desync will likely be quite noticeable when gaming. That said, the Technics have the added advantage of 3-device Bluetooth multipoint, which is great if you're bouncing between your laptop and a work and personal phone. Tallying things up, a slight win for the AZ100 in noise isolation and a clear win in battery life make this section a no-brainer. One life left. Will the XM5 make it? Let's dive into the apps and features, because a companion app can really make or break a product. Both the Sony and Technics support ambient sound modes. While the Technics give you more control with full adjustment over both noise isolation and transparency strength, the Sony only support adjustments for transparency and opt for automation features. You can enable auto-switching to ambient modes when starting conversation and program different settings based on your location or activity. Both apps can help you find your lost earbuds using historical location data, which is also nice if you misplace your earbuds. Things don't remain close when we delve deeper though, and the AZ100 really set themselves apart in customization. Every gesture is remappable, and you have 2 fully independent control schemes, one for general use and one for calls. They also come with an AI-powered noise attenuation system for calls, which reduces noise in both your outgoing audio and what you hear from your conversation partners. If you really enjoy tinkering, you'll also find multi-point and codec settings, power off behavior adjustments, and more. While the Sony offer automation, the Technics take the win here for their flexibility and potential for power users. If you've been keeping score, well, you know that the Technics have pulled ahead of the Sony in a few of our broad categories. That said, don't write off the XM5 just yet, especially if you already own a pair. Most victories in the direction of the Technics have been incremental and based on relatively small differences. We definitely wouldn't recommend running to the store and picking up the Technics unless there's a feature you simply must have. As we've mentioned throughout the video, preference also plays a huge role in your buying decision. Whether it's comfort, fit, or sound signature, your personal taste can easily outweigh any features we might have brought up. There's also the matter of price. The XM5 launched back in 2023, which means, for one thing, they've aged quite well to still be competing at the highest level. But they also go on sale fairly regularly. We've seen them drop as low as $100 below the AZ100. On the other hand, the Technics just hit the shelves this year, so discounts are rare to non-existent. If you're looking for the best bang for your buck, that difference alone could justify compromising on a few bells and whistles to save some cash. Now, with rumors swirling around about a potential WF-1000XM6, let's theorycraft what we'd like to see from an updated Sony flagship. A boost in battery to keep up with the Technics, keep the top-tier ANC, but allow us to control noise isolation strength on top of already support transparency adjustments, a more open virtual surround solution that works with more streaming services and movie platforms too, and 4, if they want to take it the top prize for all-rounder earbuds, a better mic with improved recording quality would go a long way. We'll keep our ears to the ground on that front. But until next time, I'm Vanessa from Rtings.com, where we help you find the best product for your needs. Goodbye. Like we said we said hourly hour. Yeah, I got all those rocks in my mouth. Oh, it's really one of those days. If the teleprompter is not following me, it's like